Hey guys, the Super Review Show for another episode of Why You Should Listen To. This is the show I break down artists on Spotify that have low Spotify streaming numbers, or the artist is just that great. Definitely check out this artist no matter what. Here we are today talking about one of the most pioneering vocalists and possibly one of the greatest artists of all time, Marvin Gaye. Now, for those of you already saying, well, I've heard of the guy. Charlie Puth did a song called Marvin Gaye, back several years back now. I've heard of the guy, but I don't really know much about him. Well, this is why I'm doing a show about him. Marvin Gaye was one of the pioneers of the soul genre of music. He was truly a one-of-a-kind artist who will forever be ingrained in people's minds. Even though he's been dead since 1983, his music has lived on quite a bit. Whether it be his collaboration with Tammy Terrell with Ain't No Mountain High Enough, that's always played at weddings. Ain't No Mountain High Enough is a song that's just played generically all the time. Regardless of what station it's on or whatever, it's always going to be played no matter what. And actually, fun fact, that song became the first song on Spotify, the first Motown song from Spotify to cross 1 billion streams, which is nuts. It's a fantastic song overall. I love it. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. It's a great song. Then, in the 60s, Marvin Gaye was definitely a musical, a strong vocalist, a very talented musician. And he wanted to be Frank Sinatra in the 60s. But all that changed for him in the 1970s when he reached his cultural peak with such albums like What's Going On and also Let's Get It On. Sexual Healing in like the early 80s. The guy, he really was truly an icon of music to a T. He left us way too early. I'm not going to say why he left us, but if you go back and do your research, the guy was... It was tragic what happened to him, truthfully. Bill and I talked to him when we did Black History Month on Mixed Bag back in 2022. You can go check out that Mixed Bag segment on our channel as well. Bill goes much more in depth with it than I do, but I'm just sharing some reasons why you should listen to Marvin Gaye. Now, his music though is very soul influenced. It's very, very much of the Motown era of America. Motown, for those who don't know, I say this a lot on our channel sometimes. Motown is was a record label that primarily focused on having, black artists go on TV at the time and then kill and become a major selling musical act. I've actually seen a few of those acts live at some point over the years. If you check out our social media pages, I've seen the Four Tops, I've seen the Temptations, I've seen the Spinners. I've not seen the Isley Brothers. I know they're touring still, whatever. Kool and the Gang was never on there, but they kind of fit that kind of mold, but they weren't on there. But Motown is just a fantastic. That era of music and of American history is truly one of a kind. It should never be forgotten, for lack of a better word. And Marvin Gaye was a pioneer of that. So obviously everyone primarily knows him for like What's Going On in 1973 or 4, I believe. The Vietnam War, and he was very much affected by what his brother was in Vietnam, so he was affected by what was going on there. And needless to say, though, Marvin Gaye, he wrote a song called "What's Going On" about the time then, and a lot of people think that the song still holds up today, truthfully. And if you go back and listen to that song, it really does hold up today, truthfully. And I'm not getting political. I'm not going to say anything specifically, but if you listen to it, you kind of get a picture in your head of what life was like then and what life was like now, living in the this time period now. So, needless to say, though, Marvin Gaye, and also, how can we forget Let's Get It On? Like the song Marvin Gaye by Charlie Puth, it's like a tongue-in-cheek thing about, like, let's Marvin Gaye get it on, about, a guy and a girl going at it kind of thing. But that's what that song is. That's what the song is about, Let's Get It On. The opening notes, like, I cannot tell you how many times people have heard that and probably had the time of their life with that, truthfully. I'm not trying to get sexual or explicit here, but because I keep this channel PG-13 for a reason. But if you listen to Let's Get It On, you know exactly what's going on in that song. And he was a pioneer. He killed it. It's a great song. And that album was great, too. Oh, my God, the whole album was fantastic. So, but Marvin was truly a one-of-a-kind artist. I heard it through the grapevine. The guy, he really was a pioneer of music to a T. Most people may not remember him fully, but I feel like the bigger songs of his, like Let's Get It On, or What's Going On, or Ain't No Mountain High Enough with his Motown days, I think he will forever be remembered in that aspect from 20th century America. But outside of that, he was one of a kind. He was truly one of a kind artist. So why should you listen to Marvin Gaye? he was, for the reasons I already said, he was a pioneer of music. He was a Motown icon. The dude was an incredible musician, a solid vocalist too, a soul vocalist who really just nailed every performance, every vocal delivery, I should say too. So why should you listen to Marvin Gaye? Well, if you're looking for an artist that is from the past and has not had that much success, like I should say not had that much success. If you're looking for an artist that has definitely like a different taste, a different feel, if you're looking for a different style of soul or funk music to an extent, or a different style like pop, a different spin on music, his voice and his songs are truly one of a kind. And I think that's what, for those reasons and more, I think that's why you should listen to Marvin Gaye. So anyways, I digress. What do you think? Have you heard of Marvin Gaye? Have you ever heard his music? Have you heard about this guy? Whatever you think out there, please jump in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to follow us on our social media page as well, simply at The Super Review Show. But for all of your why you should listen to videos and many more, keep it locked on The Super Review Show. The J-Man, off to rock. See you guys later.